Alright, now we're taking out, we're taking out the last of the 3 Tier 10 heavy fighters. This is the British Javelin. Very good Tier 10 heavy fighter. No bombs like the XF90 or the HG3 have access to, but because of that you get a little bit more maneuverability. Pretty darn good altitude performance. And I really do enjoy these 30mm cannons that are on here. They do take some getting used to since they're not centrally located. They are on the wings. And as such, this plane is actually better equipped for taking on other heavy fighters and bombers and ground attackers. It really can be annoying sometimes to go after fighters because they can sometimes be like right in the middle of your shooting trajectory. I know there's a heavy fighter behind me, but let's go ahead and focus on this guy first. Gotta get that HP, man. There we go. Wasn't even sure I'd get the kill on that. Again, with this mission, the kills don't matter. It's the hit points that matter. Oh, Jawa, what are you doing up here? Let me take care of this, buddy. There we go. F-84. Actually, wait a minute. Here's XF-90. Ooh. Knocked out his engine, so I can actually turn back around on him. And knock him out. If I didn't knock out his engine, I'm assuming that he would have just kept going and I would have ignored him. Because the XF-90 is faster than me, as fast as this plane is, which it is very fast. Do not think it isn't, because it is. Let's go for this guy again. Again, hit points. I need hit points. I would normally be going for command center. Actually, I need to go for a command center. We don't have either of them. So let's do that. They're going to get our command center, I guess, because I didn't go there. And I went to the center. Oh, there's another bomber in the center. I can't just keep defending sectors, right? I need to attack. We need to capture. J7W3 is going a little bit too slow for the altitude he's at. I was able to get that kill, luckily. Trying not to crash into the ground here. We'll see how well this works. Pull up. Nice. We'll take it. Now we'll head back across the center since I've got to get to the other side anyway. Let's keep our speed going. Heavy fighter F2H, which can be a little fickle just because it's a pretty maneuverable heavy fighter. Yes, much easier. Everybody's going to be attacking the military base, man. I would be too. We're definitely going to get some HP out of this bad boy just because we're getting all these bombers knocked out, right? We keep sending people there. I guess I'll keep defending this sector a little bit. I got the time right now. There's a bomber. Hello, sir. How you doing? Oop, went the wrong way. Well, that's pretty lame, Postal. Flying fancifully, something like that. Let's see if we can't get rid of this F-84. Don't know what he was expecting to happen there. It's LA-15, doesn't know I'm here yet. Well, he's probably got some clue right now about that. There we go. Dang it, they got the center. Knocked out my tail. Okay. Not a lot I can do now that I don't have a tail. I can try to go for this LA-15 simply because we've got the speed. There we go. Keep our speed going. Let's try to knock this guy out. Okay, we just gotta maintain speed, right? I'm not gonna dogfight a freaking LA-15. I'm not gonna do that to myself. We do need to watch out. We're near their spawn point, so could very easily get caught out by the XF-90 here. Let's go over to the garrison, I guess. We'll send everybody else there. Keep on chunking here. I'm gonna go for this top Hornet. It's a little bit further away, but the angle of attack I think is going to be a little bit better. Can maintain my speed. That Hornet's not going to get me, I say confidently. Come on. Hello, cannons. Alright. Odd. 21 health. Give me a break, man. Let's see what we can do at the center here. I feel like suddenly my cannons are not working in the manner that they were 2 seconds ago. Or 2 minutes ago, as it were. Let's go ahead and flip this bad boy over. Alright, got the center here. TA-183. It's going to be a very close batch. We're up by less than 100. There we go. Ooh, a bomber. This is going to be the win or lose. This is going to be a nice battle for damage output. Obviously pretty good for personal points as well. I've already got a Hero of the Sky, which is actually the next mission. It's kind of unfortunate I can't get a twofer here. Tap, tap, tap these cannons. Hold them down. XF-90. Knocked out his... Oh, I thought I knocked out his engine. I did not. But I did knock out him in the sector, so that's good. We've definitely set ourselves up for a win here. That plane is really the only one I was particularly worried about. The F2H, like I said, could be a pain if I don't kill him in one pass here. But I'm gonna. I say confidently. Let's get another bomber here. Yeah, we've definitely got the win here now. The LA-15, as great as a plane as it is, just isn't... I'm not going to let it kill me, basically, is what it's going to come down to. It's going to need a very specific circumstance of me going down there and being a doofus for the LA-15 to be a scary plane for me to have to deal with. And I'm not going to let that happen. Okay, I say that, and then I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to, like, turn fight with him like the Hunter's doing. Just going to hit him and keep on moving. And we're going to say GG. Well, that's one way to end the game. I got a freaking Marseille. It's one way to end this battle. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Got ourselves a little bit of everything there. Kozadub I always like getting just because it means you've done a lot of impact after the squall line. Got a Marseille, got an ace, got all the shenanigans that you could get. Let's head back. Alright, so the most important thing, we were able to get 16,000 damage to aerial targets. And I really enjoy the Javelin for this type of mission. The Javelin's really built for taking out bombers, for taking out ground attackers. It's also very good against enemy heavy fighters, as you saw against the XF-90. Even if the XF-90 was paying a little bit more attention to me, or we were running into the HG-3, we would have had the flexibility to typically outturn those guys, especially if I've got the jump on them. Javelin's just, it's a great plane specifically for these types of missions. It's a great tier 10 heavy fighter anyway. All three of them are really good in my opinion. I just prefer the Javelin when I'm going out and doing this kind of thing. We were able to get 19,000 personal points. Got the ace, which I was surprised about, but I'll take it. And just able to be effective, right? Able to put our guns to good use and take down those high health pool targets with pretty easy, right? But that's what 430mm cannons can do. That's why the 262 is so good as well at these missions. And don't get me wrong, the XF-90 is absolutely excellent. You have 6 20mm cannons on the XF-90. The difference is the Javelin just kind of chunks through some of that a little bit quicker. Not significantly quicker. What actually makes the Javelin stand apart from the XF-90 and the HG-3 is the health pool. I've actually got my health pool reduced by 4.6%. So instead of being 1,200 hit points, I'm at 1,145, but I'm still significantly higher than an HG-3 or an XF-90, which are both 700 hit points base. Think about that. That's almost 500 hit points, 450 hit points at my reduced state, higher than an HG-3 or an XF-90. And where the HG-3 and the XF-90 have more speed, having that more durability is definitely helpful when you're stuck behind an EF-131. When you're having to deal with an enemy heavy fighter, you've got just a little bit more flexibility in that type of situation. I've actually leaned in a little bit more on my maneuverability on this plane, believe it or not, because as you saw, my speed was plenty. 99 speed in most situations is perfectly fine. Yes, XF-90, I've got my XF-90. It's not even like max speed, but it's at 110. I think my HG-3 is at 104 or 105. So clearly not as fast as those two. But that being said, it's plenty fast enough. And putting maneuverability equipment on here, as kind of cheesy as it is, has definitely helped me in situations where I'm having to outmaneuver enemy heavy fighters, where I'm having to stick with F2H, which is actually a pretty maneuverable heavy fighter. Rather than letting the F2H outturn me, I can actually stick with them and take them out. And when you're dealing with some of those really wiggly bombers, like the Soviet ones, Tu-12 and Su-10, you're able to stick with them as well. They can't wiggle, out-wiggle you, I should say. So, yeah, not a standard build that I would have for a heavy fighter, but the maneuverability definitely helps out when it comes to more situations than not. I've got gas-operated action on here. Can't go wrong with gas-operated action on a plane like this. You saw the amount of damage output I was able to put out there. And then we've got the gyroscopic sight maximized as well. I've got for my consumables the engine cooling and the mixture control. Certainly don't need the mixture control. It's probably best for most people to use the manual engine restart. Keep in mind, I recognize if my engine gets knocked out, I'm basically a sitting duck. But I'm taking that into account to get that extra speed, to kind of balance out my speed and maneuverability. I know what I'm getting myself into. I know if I screw up because my engine gets knocked out, that's on me. I recommend for most people to typically not use the improved mixture control and use the manual engine restart, but that's to your discretion, of course. I've actually got pneumatic control assist on here as well. I use this for situations where I'm going completely vertical and needing to flip over quickly because somebody's, I'm not able to pull away from somebody for some reason. I'm able to make a 180-degree U-turn and be facing forward at them and firing my cannons. That's a trick I use against things like 1101s, those type of planes that are kind of mid to high altitude that think they can chase you down, but you can out hit them when you are able to flip a 180 degrees pretty quickly. Again, pneumatic control assist might not necessarily be your best option in this situation. It is good for when specifically HG3s tend to try to outmaneuver me more often than not. I can use pneumatic control assist and outturn the HG3 that thinks he can outturn me. Emergency control system is certainly a viable option, getting your wings and tail put back in. The bleed system really is not relevant. This plane does not catch on fire very often at all. So you can avoid that one at all costs. But this plane's going to set you up for success if you've got it. You probably already know, and you're probably already flying it for this mission to get your 200,000 aerial damage done. The Javelin will not let you down. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I got to keep on keeping on when it comes to these missions. Hope you have a great day. Bye.